Hello and welcome to Parently, where we tap into the unique experiences and perspectives of parents to celebrate the joys and honor the challenges of child rearing. With new interviews each week, this is a podcast for moms and dads seeking an empowering community and a little levity. Now here's your host, Kelsey Higgins.
Hello and welcome to Parently. Today's guest is the fabulous Emily Finnerty.
What? The fabulous? Thank you,
Fabulous,
Kelsey.
the one and only, the sparkling,
What?
the dazzling.
Oh.
So happy to have you here today in the Parently studio.
I mean, so happy to be here. This is amazing. It's very you, Kelsey.
Oh, I love that. Thank
glam,
you.
fabulous. I'm
Yeah.
loving it.
Appreciate it. We were talking earlier, and you told me you never imagined that you would be on Parently.
Right.
Now, why is that the case?
Well, when you don't have any kids, you don't think you're going to be asked to be on Parently.
Oh.
But, Kelsey, you're just full of surprises.
Well, your logic makes sense, but there are a lot of questions I have for you.
Okay.
I'm excited for your perspective as someone who doesn't have children on a lot of different parenting topics. So you just wait and see what comes out of my mouth.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to mention, and I just wanted to appreciate you for being what I call a friend of the pod.
I feel like maybe you need a shirt.
Well, you need a shirt.
I need a shirt.
Friend of the pod.
Yeah, that could be your new thing.
Actually, I love that.
Right? I think you maybe apparently need some merch.
Okay, well,
Yes.
I mean, that could happen. I'll have my people look into it.
Yeah, let's make that happen. Friend of the pod. Yeah, I am a friend of the pod.
You are a friend of the pod because I always know you're loyal, number one.
Yeah.
You know every episode. I always know when you're listening because you'll be texting me, giving me
my 2 cents.
your 2 cents.
Yes.
Pumping me up.
Yeah.
Telling me what a great job I'm doing. And I know you're always doing it on your walks. So I feel like I always know when you're walking, getting some Parently in, which is interesting that you listen to. Yeah. Do you just listen to it because it's me and you know me?
Well, sure, partly.
Okay.
The only person I know personally who has a podcast.
Now that's bizarre because everyone has a podcast these days.
But I don't know that many people.
Okay. Fair.
Okay. Yeah, but even not having children, the topics are so diverse. It's interesting to learn things and hear different perspectives, and so I love it.
Oh, well, I'm so glad you're a friend of the pod, and now apparently guest.
Right.
So
dreams do come true.
For both of us. Now, the listeners might not know you the same way I know you, so let's get them up to speed as quick as we can in 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
Paint us the picture of Emily.
Right.
Like, who is she? What makes her tick? Where did she come from?
Yeah.
Who are family, friends, hobbies? I don't know. Whatever you want to share that gives us an understanding of who is Emily.
Well, buckle up, Kelsey, because it's quite the story. So I was actually born in Australia. Right? We're going to go way back to the beginning. I was born in Australia in a little town about an hour north of Melbourne.
1932.
Right.
Just kidding.
Not far off. So in a sweet little town called Kyneton in Australia, and we spent 7 years in Grong Grong. It's a real place.
It sounds like a fairy tale.
It's delightful. I think population was about 100. So, so we lived in Grong Grong for 7 years, and then my dad got transferred to the States. So we lived in Kentucky, then we moved to Minnesota, then we moved to North Carolina. And after graduating from school, I went to Ireland. I'd always wanted to live there. So I moved to Ireland for a few years, came back to the States,
Pause.
Yes.
How did you make money in Ireland? Were you working?
Oh, yeah, because at the time I was still an Australian citizen. You can work in Ireland because Australia is part of the Commonwealth, and so I could work there for a certain amount of time. So it was great.
Wow.
Yeah,
I feel like
know.
I should have known that, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was great. It's one of the best things I've ever done. But when I came back to the States, I wanted to move to Minnesota because my brother and sister live here in Minnesota, so wanted to be close to them. So lived in Minnesota for 20 years, met my husband here, and we moved to, after that, we moved to California, and now we live in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Wow. Movers and groovers.
Yeah, we're movers and shakers. We like to, keep it going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, got Sean.
Yeah.
Hubby.
Yes.
You're moving around everywhere.
Yes.
No kids.
No kids.
Did you think as a young girl, maybe a teenage girl, that you would have kids someday? Did you think that you would be a mom, or did you always know it wasn't in your cards?
No, I always thought I would be a mom. And I think a lot of girls do. These, people around them are moms, and
I think there's a lot of value, women's value placed in
being a mom.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So, and it probably wasn't until after I got married that many years afterwards, realizing that we weren't going to have children. But yeah, I always thought I would, and I'd planned for it, and it was always just part of the vision. I always thought I'd have two, a boy and a girl. That was just how it was going to happen. And I also thought I'd be a teacher, right? Like you create your future in your mind.
Sure, yeah.
And now I realized I didn't want the responsibility of being a parent or being a teacher. So
honestly, I could see you doing both.
Oh, well, that's generous. Thank you.
You didn't want the responsibility. Yeah. Was that a shared thought between you and Sean?
Yeah. Sean and I, before we got married, we talked about it as I think couples should. And we realized that we were both on the fence, right? So we went into the marriage thinking maybe, right? We were both open to it, and we thought we'd just figure it out.
Sure. And
we would discuss it every so often. I can remember one time specifically at Baker Square in Edina.
Wonderful place. Great pie.
Right. Yeah. This is in the Wayback Machine when Baker Square was still a thing.
Yep.
We decided there was a kid near us, and it was the child was making a lot of noise. So we started talking about kids, and we decided, yes, at that table, we decided that in probably 6 months we would try to have a baby. And we were both on board. But as we got closer to that 6-month mark, it just got very real for me, right? And I thought, no, I'm not ready. Let's bring it up later, right? It was always something that we would talk about later.
Sure.
But when it got close to actually happening, it scared me, right?
Yeah.
All of it scared me. The getting pregnant, having, to have the child, the responsibility, the financial responsibility, all of it terrified me. Yeah.
So you decided together that it wasn't going to happen, or you just stopped the conversation?
Yeah. I mean, we just stopped talking about it. And then, years go by, and
it's very interesting how you were both so passive.
Yes.
Like what would you have done if Sean would have said, Emily, I'm ready, let's do this?
We probably, and I stress probably, would have had a child.
Okay.
Maybe not, right? Because it still really scared me. But if Sean was really passionate about it, then it probably could have happened. But when you're both on the fence about it and no one's making any final decisions. And Sean really felt, and he told me recently that it was my final decision, right? Because he said you would be the one to carry it, and it was ultimately going to be your decision. So, yeah, I mean, if you don't make a plan and it's not going to happen.
Nothing will happen.
Yeah.
So I know it was more than just the physical part. You mentioned, financial, of course, and those pieces. Did you two ever talk about adopting, or was it just kind of when you talked about kids, you were talking about your kids?
Yeah, right.
Not that adopted kids aren't your kids, but
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, no, we only ever talked about us, the two of us having children together. Yeah, it's interesting. We never talked about adopting. I think if we weren't passionate about and really decided on any of it, so we certainly weren't thinking about alternative ways to be parents.
Yeah,
so,
something that would have probably taken more work,
right,
to become a parent,
right,
to adopt. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It's interesting because, like we were saying, that if you grow up thinking that this is your future,
sure.
And when you become an adult, you realize that you don't have to do things just because you thought you would, or you should, or people expect it, or why wouldn't you? That really you can make your own decisions and do what's right for you. And I think if you are on the fence about being a parent and you're not 100% committed, then maybe it's not the right decision, because you can't take it back.
You can't.
Once it's once you have a child, that's it, and you have to be sure that that's what you want. And I was never sure.
That's actually that shows a lot of conviction from your part, and you take your responsibilities very seriously. Is that a fair thing to say about you? Would you say in general in life?
Yeah, but especially this. And I really tried to remember, because I love holding babies, and
oh, do I know that?
Right? I just love it, and I love certain ages, but I really tried to remember it would be all stages, right? It's not just about those sweet moments of snuggling a baby, and it would be a lot of work, and it wasn't something I was ready to sign up for.
Well,
yeah.
And then it got to a point where the conversation just ended.
Right? And, you stop talking about it, and then it's, the ship has sailed, right?
Have you and Sean ever talked about, in hindsight, do you guys ever talk about that the fact that you never explicitly decided not to?
No, but we do, not really. Sometimes we talk about what would our child have been like? Who would it have looked like? And how old would it have been now if we had decided, when we had talked about having a baby, if we actually did move forward with it? So sometimes we talk about that, but not in a sad way, but just in a more of a curious way.
And you talk about how much more money you have right now?
Oh, yeah. We just sit around counting the money.
No, I was going to say Donald Duck, but not Donald Duck. Who's that rich duck?
Scrooge.
No.
Yeah.
Is he the one that's rich?
Yes.
He sits on his money piles?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so.
That's where I picture you and Sean.
That's us.
Your mountain of money.
Well, right. We're homeowners, so homeowners never have a mountain of money.
That's true.
But yeah, money played a fairly big role in the decision too.
Of course.
People say you're never going to be ready. You never feel financially ready. We never did. But I knew how expensive it would be. I mean, I had an idea how much daycare would cost, everyday expenses, colleges. I mean, it was overwhelming to think about.
There's a lot of new surveys coming out that are saying that piece of parenting is playing a larger and larger role in people's decision to not have kids or have one kid, have less kid. It's as you know, very expensive to have children in America. And I think you need to be slightly engaged to understand that and know that before getting into it. But if you are knowledgeable and you do a little bit of research ahead of time, it's very scary.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's sad too, because I think a lot of couples or even, single parents would love a huge family and just really can't afford to have one. Everything's more expensive now. So,
Okay, so you're not sitting on a mountain of money, but how is your life different, do you think, because you chose not to have children, in good ways and or bad ways?
Yeah. Well, positively speaking, I'm sure I have a lot more free time than than a lot of parents.
Oh, must be nice.
Right?
Do you just take a shower without someone yelling for you?
I mean, most of the time.
Sometimes boots. Oh, wait, we haven't gotten to boots yet.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Yeah, I mean, pretty much, right?
You just decide every day, what do I want to do with my night? All of these minutes are mine. I have no obligations beyond,
Right. I watch a lot of Netflix. It's delightful.
Okay, on tangent.
Yeah.
Couple Netflix recommendations for listeners.
Okay. My new obsessions, because I'm a huge Jason Bateman fan. Black Rabbit. Don't know if you've seen it.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Love it.
Okay.
Love it.
Comedy.
It's a little dark.
A little dark humor?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Jason Bateman was in Ozark, and it sort of has the same vibe.
Okay.
Love that. And Task.
I haven't heard of that either.
Yeah, it's pretty new. It's
okay.
Great. No spoilers.
What's the vibe of that one?
It's a little scary.
Oh, you
suspenseful. I do, right? I don't have to worry about kids in the room.
That's true, but I have to worry about myself when I go to bed and think of what is that one Black Mirror you always used to watch?
Oh.
Anyway.
Black Mirror.
All right.
Black
so
Mirror.
if you guys are in for some spooky
I got a lot of
shows,
good recommendations.
Hit up Emily.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. So you got time to Netflix?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, but in saying that, right? Even having a lot of free time, it is nice to be around families. Right? I was just spending some time with your family, and it's lovely. Right? It's lovely to see you as a mom, and your kids are so sweet and loving, and that's really nice for me to be around. And even though I don't have my own family, it's lovely for me to spend time with families, and I get a lot of enjoyment from that. And I have, some children in my life that are very special to me because, I've been able to, spend time with them, and because I don't have my own, I can spend time with, kids and
spoil them,
and then head on out at bedtime.
Oh, so you skip all the scream. You also heard my son screaming at bedtime and
I
whiny.
think it's adorable because he's so sweet, and you're over it.
Oh, bless. Okay, let's talk about those special children in your life. One of the roles that I know is very special to you is your role as an aunt. Talk to me a little bit about being an aunt and your experience in that. Yeah.
So I am Auntie M to my lovely niece, Zoe, who's actually 24 now. So she's a woman.
She's an adult.
I know.
She could be having a child.
Oh, don't say it. I could be a great aunt.
You could.
Yeah, no. She'll always be a little baby to me. But yeah, Zoe and I just have such a special bond. When we left Australia, I was young, and so I do have lots of aunts and uncles, and I do have a relationship with them. But when you live in a different country, it's not
quite different.
Yeah, it's going to be very different. So I was thrilled, absolutely thrilled when my sister had Zoe. And I knew that because, just logistically, I was so close, and I, just lived down the street, and I knew I could be a big part of Zoe's life. And we just, I was a big part of her village, and my sister was the main caregiver, and she needed breaks, and my brother and his wife and me and Sean spent a lot of time with Zoe, and we'd take her on vacations with us, and we'd have sleepovers. And Zoe and I did volunteer work together, and we just we spent a lot of time just nurturing our relationship, and we'll always be close.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Did you ever experience any situations with your sister where she was being directive about anything, or like you had to set boundaries with, or she had to set boundaries with you, or any of those kind of,
Yeah, like lines drawn.
Yeah.
No, the short answer is no. My sister, luckily, she just trusted me and my brother. Whenever we had Zoe, she knew that we loved her and that we would take good care of her. And she needed breaks, right? When you're the main caregiver, you just need a break. It was good for her. It was good for Zoe. They were and are very close, and she's a wonderful mother. And I was glad to be, a support and so close by with all my traveling, so close by at that time when Zoe, was growing up, that I loved it. I loved it when she came over and spent time with us. One time when she was, I think she was probably 4, so we had a sleepover. I was putting her to bed, and she said to me, Auntie, when you're taking care of me and Mom's at home, is it okay if I call you Mom? Only when my mom's not around.
Oh,
can I call you Mom? And
and how did you answer?
She's 4. I said yes, of course you can call me whatever. But I'll never forget it, because I know how close she was and is with her mom, to be even considered a backup mom was just really sweet, and
melted your heart.
Yeah, it just said a lot about how close we are.
Yeah.
So no, there weren't. My sister never put any, rules about what to say or do. She knew that Zoe was in good hands.
So at the time that your sister had Zoe, were you still doing this, let's not talk about it, let's talk about it?
Yeah, probably. We were probably still wavering.
Waffling,
right,
some may
waffling,
say.
yes. But that's probably about the time that Zoe was born. My guess is it was around that time that I decided, okay, like this could be it, right? Like this could work out really well, because I can spend time with Zoe and we can do all these fun things together, and I can have, a wonderful niece, and I don't have to have all, the ultimate responsibility for her, which is something that it worried me.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, she came at a great time
So you
for
just
me.
leaned into that auntie role,
right?
and you were like, "Thank you, sister,
Yes.
for giving me Zoe.
This
is a perfect.
This is what I need.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you don't have any human babies,
Human babies, no.
but I understand
Furry babies.
Oh.
Yes, we do. I have the sweetest little kitten. I call her a kitten. She's actually about 4, but she's
What is that in kitten years?
I think she's...
Is that a thing? Kitten years? Cat years?
Yeah, she's probably like a 20-year-old.
Like Zoe.
Right.
Boots and Zoe.
stumbled on something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's
You got
probably
one right.
Zoe's age.
Okay. Love that.
But yeah, she's lovely. But when I think about when we adopted Boots, I also took a lot of time trying to decide if we were going to adopt a cat. Right? Like I'm overthinking everything. So I made a pros and cons list. Sean and I talked about it numerous times. I ran the numbers, right? And it's a kitten.
Which
but-
explains a lot about why you waffled so much at a human child, right?
Right.
If that's the thought that went into a kitten, which,
Yeah.
again, very responsible of you.
Yes.
But I would argue most people probably wouldn't put that much time into
Yeah.
it. Tell the folks how long this waffling for the kitty took.
Yeah, it was a good 5 years.
5 years to
Yeah.
decide to adopt a kitten.
Yeah. And I love cats. I mean, I know the
You-
audience can't see my cat socks,
I sure can.
but
There's like 19 different
yeah,
cats.
yeah. And people know I love cats. And so it was never,
Oh,
you know,
also, I see
yeah.
some little cat earrings.
right? Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
so
it's
to
all-
say
yeah.
you love cats
Yeah.
is a bit of an
It's
understatement.
an understatement.
Okay.
Yeah, but I knew, like, I also knew it was a huge responsibility because Sean and I love to, you know, just Friday night say, hey, like, do you want to go somewhere for the weekend?
Oh,
And-
sure.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
do you want to, you know, take a trip? Do you want to, you know, whatever? Because we have that flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's, okay, well, now we got to find Boots a sitter and, you know, all these things. And, you know, be
It changes
responsible pet
things.
owners. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
sweet
know.
little Boots.
I know.
But you
she's
don't
great.
regret a thing.
Oh my gosh. No, even at 3 a.m. when, she's crying. No.
I mean, that is like a human
Right?
child, yeah.
Yeah. But I can ignore her.
And you won't get called child services on you. Okay.
Right. Right.
All
There
right.
are liberties you can take.
There's a little bit of a different standard. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So back to
Mm.
the conversation about you and Sean.
Mm.
I'm not even going to say deciding not to have kids because you didn't really decide not to kids.
No.
Just not having kids.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a situation where someone asks you about whether or not you have kids and why or why not? And I would be shocked if you say no, number one, because I feel like
Yeah.
that's just a conversation starter for so many people.
Yeah. Mhm.
But what is your response to that? Does
Mhm.
it bother you? Do you not care? How do you feel about that?
Yeah. I think, well, the short answer is yes. People used to ask me all the time. As you get older, people stop asking. But yeah, especially in my 20s and 30s and right after I got married, people were very curious to know when we were going to have children, how many we were going to have. No one ever asked Sean.
Of course.
Right? Just me. And it never bothered me because my reasoning for not having children is I'm sure it's different than other people's than some other people's. And I was always comfortable saying, oh, I don't know, maybe one day, or, you know, after a while I was comfortable saying, no, you know, Sean and I decided not to have kids. And depending who they were, you may offer a little bit more information. But the concern I have with that question is that for me, I was comfortable answering, but my situation is not everyone's situation.
Mhm.
You know, my reasoning for not having children is not everyone's reasoning. And I think it can be a really tough question for some women. And I just think people have to be really careful about, you know, what they're asking and who they're asking, and if they, you know, have that relationship with someone, because, you know, they sometimes, you know, I'm sure it can be a painful question depending on who you're asking.
And sometimes it's just not your business.
Right.
That is
that
that
too.
That is an insanely personal question
Yes.
to ask someone in a casual conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
To your point about knowing the person well and like what relationship you have. Just a quick note back to no one asking Sean about his family plans. I would just like to add on to that is in all aspects of parenting that I've noticed. And two examples are when Andy will like take one of the kids to the grocery store, he will always get a comment about what a great dad he is.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You think when I take both of them to the grocery store, people are telling me I'm a great mom?
Right.
No, it's expected. It's
the
wild.
The bar is so different.
It's so
for women.
All he has to do is pay attention to his living child.
Yeah.
And the other thing is a couple of times when I have traveled for work, people have asked me who is taking care of my children.
Right.
Knowing that I have a husband.
Yeah.
Which is bizarre.
Yeah. Or is Andy babysitting the kids?
Babysitting, that one drives me nuts as well.
I'm not even a parent, and it drives me nuts.
I did say one time to a coworker who asked me who takes care of the kids when I travel.
Yeah.
I said, my husband is very excited to continuing to be a father this weekend.
Right. And I wonder how many men are asked on their business trips who are taking care of their kids. Right?
I bet zero.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for sticking with me on that tangent.
Yeah, good sidebar.
Okay. I have a couple things I need to ask you as a non-parent.
Okay, I'm ready.
One of them being, and let me set the scene for you, because it's probably is more about me than it is you.
Okay.
I'm somewhere with my child, I don't know, a restaurant, and they're just being insane, terrible, awful. And it just feels like everyone in the restaurant is looking at you and you're trying everything you can to alleviate the situation.
Yeah.
As a non-parent.
Yeah.
Are your eyes actually burning into the back of my head and are you judging me? Honestly.
I mean, maybe. But what I will admit to is that I spend time thinking about how would I handle this situation. Earlier when we were having dinner together with your sweet family, and the kids were running around, I remember thinking, what would I do? Like, what kind of parent would I have been?
Would you have allowed this?
I don't know. Like, would I have been stricter? Would I have been more casual about raising children? I don't know. I mean, and there's no right or wrong answer.
No.
But I often put myself in those situations and think, how would I handle that situation? And yeah, I give a lot of kudos to parents who, raise great kids, because it looks like a lot of hard work.
Well, as you said earlier, it takes a village.
Yeah.
So it's nice that you've actually been a part of my village too. With my firstborn, I will always remember how often you came over. I think like once a week, almost the entirety of my maternity leave, you would come over and just hold Augie, give him a bottle, cuddle him, and just let me usually sleep is what I wanted to do, but you let me do whatever I wanted. I think one time I tried to work out, maybe. I think perhaps I grocery shopped one time. I don't know, but usually I would just head into my bedroom and sleep because I was so tired. And that was so fabulous. I mean, that was the best gift that you can give a newborn mom. But a mom with a newborn. But the other part about that too is I don't think I would have taken up that offer with anyone. And so you are a very maternal person. And I think I just want to point out that I don't think you have to be a mom to be maternal. I know several women who aren't mothers who are very maternal. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think I loved coming over and spending time with August because he was just so snuggly.
Just a little peanut.
He was just, usually sleepy. And I just loved just that time, just spending with him. And I knew that it was important for you to get a break too. So all of it was great. But for me, it was great because there was a beginning and an end to it. Right? Like, it was
Sure.
like, okay, I'll be here for a certain amount of time.
You knew your commitment.
Yeah. And things are always easier when you know there's a beginning and an end.
You certainly don't have any like rose-colored glasses on. You're very pragmatic about everything and every situation. It's one of the things I appreciate about you.
Well, it was a win-win for both of us, right?
Absolutely,
Like,
it
I had
was.
great cuddle time and like getting to know him and spending sweet time with him. And then it's like, all right, gotta go.
And now you see him running around in his underwear,
right?
causing ruckus. Not quite the same little peanut that you cuddled.
Right?
But
He's changed. He's really grown up.
yeah.
But yeah, I would say I do have some maternal instincts, but they have boundaries.
I love that.
Yeah.
Emily, you have been such Auntie Em,
Aw.
Village Emily.
Mm.
You've been such a wonderful guest today.
Thank you.
Thank you for being a friend of the pod.
Aw.
And thank you for being a pod guest.
What?
You're just adding your resume. What's next,
Right?
host? Will you be a podcast host someday?
Stop.
You
I
could.
mean,
So many interesting
I
stories.
could just talk about Netflix the whole time.
Hey, that's a
I
really good
mean,
idea.
Yeah, okay. Let's brainstorm.
I'd tune in.
Thanks for having me. I had a great time. Love to be here.
We'll
Love
have you
being
on
here.
another time.
Oh, okay. Keep talking about not having kids.
Yeah, exactly. There's got to be more stories that come up between then and now.
Oh, yeah.
And to all of the listeners, thank you so much for joining today for another insightful conversation. If you haven't already done so, please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review. We'll see you next time.